Can I say something? When I found out your name was William Hann, I thought you were Chinese. Do you get that a lot?
Never had that.
Okay.
German, Scandinavian.
Yeah.
I've
Han.
never seen someone disappointed to find out I was white. That's so funny.
Wow.
Hello and welcome to This Album with me, William Hann. It's the podcast where each episode a guest and I will deep dive an album of their choice. It could be any artist, it could be any genre, it could be any year. And we are gonna discuss the songs. We're gonna discuss the shows. We are gonna discuss the artwork. But what I really want to know is when my guests first heard the album of choice and the emotional attachment that they have to the album. And if all goes to plan, we might even have a bit of a laugh while doing it. Well, today, I'm joined by a guest with whom I have been threatened by with extensive legal action. As soon as episode 1 of This Album podcast landed, Christopher Macarthur-Boyd sent a gang of Albanian heavies to my door with a cease and desist that read, podcast about albums. I won't do the accent. Yeah. Podcast about albums.
Thanks, man.
This town ain't big enough for both of us, you freak. Retreat back to your local suburban branch of HMV and cry into your collection of Maximo Park B-sides, you specky, short-assed weirdo.
That's what I said to you?
Yeah. Some months later, I contacted Christopher to let him know that his podcast had actually stopped releasing episodes over a year ago. And I was in fact 6'5" and actually really, really nice.
Yeah.
So now we've stepped aside from the bureaucracy of the legal quagmire. It is my honour to welcome today's guest. It's Christopher Macarthur-Boyd.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Cheers.
How was that?
That was class.
You
I
like
like
that?
that a lot. Yeah, I found that intriguing.
Intriguing?
Yeah. And delightful.
Delightful. The big two, really.
Yes, that's what you want to go for.
That's
You want to get
exactly what I was going for. Let's stop being intrigued. Let's get honest and real. How are you, Christopher? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm hungover as fuck, to be honest with you.
Shit.
I'm sorry.
I'm not hungover as well. We should probably say it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
Yes.
We're both adults that know how to live a life, aren't
That's
we?
right, yeah,
we do
yeah.
living. So
I was scared I was going to sleep through it, but thankfully my girlfriend's flat is across the road from a construction site just now, so I was awoke.
the option was taken out of your hands.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Pile driver on concrete, yeah. No, but thanks for alluding to enjoying album podcast.
Yes.
Me and previous guest on this podcast, Liam Wifnell. Fantastic guy.
Fantastic guy. Fantastic guest.
Fantastic guest. Fantastic guy. Great. I like doing that podcast. I was happy when I seen that you were doing this. Yeah. But we weren't even, I mean, there was literally, we started the podcast and it was like the 500 greatest albums all time.
Yeah.
As chosen by Rolling Stone, and we were like the 6th podcast to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, because it was the same list, it was the same in the same order. We were like 3 weeks ahead of these guys in America who were dog shit, but like,
fuck 'em.
Yeah, that was well. Just try not to listen to that. It was fine.
I really enjoyed your podcast.
Thanks,
it was what I realised what I like is like people talking about music in a funny way. So you obviously did a great job of it, and then Ivo Graham and is it Alex Keeley, isn't it?
Gig
they
Pigs.
did Gig Pigs.
Yeah.
I thought this is great. This is in a golden era of podcasts that are right up my alley.
The new wave.
And you both fucking stopped.
Yeah, man, they're really hard and time. I mean, theirs was insane. Me and Liam were like, I don't know if we can listen to a nice album and then talk about it 1 hour a week.
Sure.
Which is, mental. But they were like, the Gig Pigs thing was they would go to see a live band with a guest. So they had to organise 3 comedians
who all work in the evenings,
all nighttime people to go see. And I mean, I just wasn't
unsustainable with the word that springs to mind.
Completely unsustainable, but great guys in a great format.
Yeah.
If it was a TV show or so, I mean, it's a perfect podcast. But maybe if they had a bit of cash behind it,
exactly.
Or something,
But
yeah, people don't want to make music things.
Well, this is what I've noticed. I've started doing a creative endeavour that is neither financially viable about an industry that is absolutely on its arse financially. So I don't know why everyone goes, "Oh, William, you making any money from your podcast yet?" I'm like, how would I? Are you mad? Of course not.
Easier making money for podcasts than it is making money for music, but harder to make money from a music podcast than it is music. From another podcast.
I'm fucking doomed. Anyway, lovely seeing you. This has been the last ever episode of this album.
I really bring that vibe to a lot of podcast recordings of we need to fucking wrap this up.
Well, maybe we should move on. But thank you, basically, is what I'm going to say, Christopher. So you ran so I could walk a little bit. So thank you for allowing me to nick your format to an extent. Cheers. But those that don't know much about you, Christopher, who are you? What do you do? And really, what's your vibe, man? What are you about?
Me, man? I'm a Glaswegian stand-up comedian and podcaster. Been doing stand-up for 13 years. Started when I was 19. Now I'm 33. Wait, that's 14 years, isn't it?
I'm not a numbers guy.
It's like 13 and a half, I think. So I've been doing it for fucking ages. I love music. I used to be playing bands when I was younger. I'm not particularly well, never to any form of acclaim or success, but we had a good time sometimes. Now I'm enjoying it. I really like podcasts. I think some people do podcasts because they feel like they should have one or feel they need to have one, but I actually really love them and I love doing them. So
well, you do a few of them. Why don't you list off a couple that are in your back catalogue and your arsenal?
So, enjoy an album. William
What a podcast, by the way.
Now defunct.
What a podcast. Fuck.
Award nominated. That was great. Here Comes a Guillotine with Frankie Boyle and Susie McCabe and myself. That was another one.
Pretty sick.
That was a good one. That was lucrative. Working for a big fucking company.
If you're listening, guys.
If you want to make money, work for a big company.
The Global, right?
Yeah, but
Global, if you're listening.
They did not like...
They're not fucking listening.
They did not like what we made for them, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I guess, now I think about it, it's not really giving, like...
Capital,
yeah. Wow. Not the right fit for Global. Yeah.
And now I do one with my pal Roscoe called Shooting Ropes, which is just kind of shooting the shit with your my pal. And before that, I actually had a Arctic Monkeys podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know this.
Well, before COVID, I invited Stephen Buchanan from the Some Laugh podcast, which had not started yet, round to my house, and I got an old dictaphone from when I was a music journalist. I got this dictaphone from Argos, kind of two-sided microphone, and I just sat that down and I said, this is called Favourite Worst Podcast, and every week we were going to do a different Arctic Monkeys album, which is stupid because there's like 7.
There's not much longevity in that endeavour, is there, Chris?
And that's what he said, and I was like, but then we can go on to, the Iggy Pop album where Matt Helders plays drums for Iggy Pop, or we can go on to the last
It's got almost 3 more weeks. Fucking hell.
You can do,
Submarine EP, of course.
Submarine EP by Turner. The list goes on.
Not for much longer.
Not for much longer, but it does go on a wee bit. I guess I just wasn't thinking about longevity.
You're living in the moment.
Yeah, maybe I would.
Nothing wrong with that.
But did you ever listen to You Talking U2 to me?
I don't think I did. No.
It's dog shit. I mean, it's an amazing comedy podcast, but it's kind of like not really about U2. It's 2 guys talking about U2, but then they ran out of U2 albums, and then they were You Talking Heads to me. And then it kept going on.
Now I see a format taking shape.
Are You Talking REM Regarding Me? Was the REM one they did. It was really bad. It was intentionally bad, but it was good. So yeah, we could have eventually moved on to other albums maybe, but we did not. COVID hit and we had to dash our dreams on the rocks.
You had to adapt. So hang on, you had a podcast that stopped during lockdown. That's kind of the, dare I say it, the opposite of what most other cunts do.
Did not release any episodes because it was like so unlistenable because it was just a dictaphone.
On a dictaphone, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I asked. Let's focus a bit on your stand-up career. So, big night for you last night, right?
Yeah, man, I done my biggest ever solo show in London last night.
Get in there. No wonder he's hungover, man.
No wonder I'm hungover. My agents brought down champagne. We were drinking champagne from mugs. Then we moved to Old Town 97 for some sing towels and a little bit of rice and 2 meats. And then we went down to Bradley's Spanish bar, got full of Guinness. Then we went to Soho Theatre, and it was just pints till we kicked us out.
Fucking class,
1 in the
man.
morning. What a life.
Well, may I applaud you for actually making it here, mate. That is fucking class. That's great. So, how's the tour going apart from the big one last night? Happy? Successful?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I just wanted to do as many as possible because I think I'm trying to do less 20-minute sets in comedy clubs where they're not really there to see you. They're just there for comedy and maybe some chicken nuggets or something. Do you know what I mean? But I just thought, I just want to treat my career the way a musician would treat their career and do their own tours, and people will come for you and you get to do whatever you want and you don't have, you're not kind of restricted by a booker's whim. Do you know what I mean?
Great.
So
forging your own path.
Forging my own damn path.
Look at him forging away. Great forging, Christopher, may I say.
Forging my
I think it's the first word I've used the words forging in my life, I'll be honest with you. So, is that a word? Is it actually a word? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a word?
It features, there's a shopping centre in Glasgow called The Forge that features heavily in my stand-up show. And it's like they used to build bombs there during World War II.
Okay.
But then after the war, they just put a Cineworld in and went, well, there you go. It was awesome. There's a big statue of a metal man with a hammer. It's a very intimidating statue.
Sure.
Yeah. Forges are great.
Shout out to Forges.
Shout out to Forges for sure. But yeah, I'm having a great time. Where have I been this recently? I was in Melbourne for a month there. That was awesome.
What a city.
What a city. Oh my God. What a great place to go for a walk and listen to an album as well. Oh, I was there, and then I got back, and I was in Chorley and Chester, and then I was in Machynlleth.
Easy
Wales.
for you to say.
Easy for me to say. And then this week I was in Brighton and Reading and London.
And he's made time to feature on this album podcast.
That's right.
What a guy. What a guy.
What super trooper.
So you mentioned previous follies into music journalism and music performance. When did you have your musical coming of age, Christopher? When did you know, fuck, I'm banging into this?
I'm a music guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think people like whatever the dad likes, I think. And my dad was never really into like football or anything like that. You know, he's not a football guy. He was a punk in the 70s and the 80s, and then he was a new romantic, and then he was into like mod stuff, and then he was a rocker, and he was into
That's
like
a class,
Rammstein. I mean, what a crazy guy. He had so many phases. Most people's dads, I think, are kind of monolithic.
Yes.
The dad is the dad. My dad's had all kind of different moods and vibes, you know. So, yeah, I mean, he was into like music, and he got me into like punk music. He took me to a festival in Glasgow called Gig on the Green, which was in Glasgow Green in the East End, where I'm from, not too far away from the Ford Shopping Centre. And who was playing? I mean, it was like Marilyn Manson, R.I.P., GBNF, cancelled. For being an absolutely
piece of shit.
Absolute piece of shit. But my dad took me to that.
Class.
My first ever thing I remember seeing was live was Iggy Pop.
Whoa.
Gig on the Green. And
wow.
I just remember he was so far away, but I could see a shirtless man, and I was like, tell him to put his shirt back on. I was too wee to really get Iggy Pop.
Sure.
But I loved the vibe, and then, you know, got a wee bit older. Video games like Tony Hawk's, and then Guitar Hero and School of Rock came out in the cinemas, and that was a kind of wave of like classic rock was like culturally relevant for a wee while again in the mid 2000s, and I was into that, and I had I had like Converse All Stars with fire up the sides of them.
Of course he did.
The silk shirts with the yin yangs, and I would have shit shaved at the back of my head. Like I had the yin yang shaved at the back of my head, and like wrestling masks, and music's a big part of wrestling, and I was obsessed with wrestling. So all the entrance themes from wrestling, like
they're so evocative, aren't they?
Yeah, man. There was some great ones. Billy Gunn's theme tune is the way he goes, "I'm an ass man."
Yeah,
and then he just sings about how much he loves asses.
I mean, class. Smash Glass to start a song.
By Stone Cold.
Come on.
wow. I mean, that's
on. If that doesn't make you want to get the fuck up and do some shit, then
I love that bit, and then I love the bit where it goes, wow, chicka chow, chicka chow, chicka chow. It's like a funky, it's a lot funkier, that song. People give it credence.
A lot of funk.
For Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's quite funky. And that's a perfect song to fucking stomp to the ring to beat someone up to, you know?
Yeah, that'll do it. But I'm quite interested. You talk about sort of shaving shit into your hair, wearing fire on your Converse. Yeah. Glasgow's quite a tough city.
Yeah, do you know, my dad said this to me once. I got beat up for
expressing yourself.
Just for having like baggy jeans or, you know, skater shoes or wearing a funny t-shirt or, you know, dressing unusually. I had long hair as well. I grew out my hair when I was a teenager. And my dad was like, listen, you can dress like this, but you're going to get beat up. Yeah. And that's just a decision.
You're making your life far more difficult than it needs to be here.
He was like, you can just be normal if you want. But I think he was pretty proud. He's like a heavily tattooed guy. So.
Oh, right. Well, like. So he's talking from experience then. Son, I got the shit kicked out of me when I was your age.
Yeah, he really did, from what I've heard, in the south side of Glasgow for dressing like a punk. So. Yeah, I mean, he was like a real, avant-garde new romantic after he was a punk. So my mum said that he turned up for one of his first dates with her wearing a dress. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just pretty unusual dad. Yeah. He doesn't dress like that anymore.
They rarely do, Chris.
But so he was just like, listen, you can dress like this, but people will have a go at you, and you need to kind of stick up for yourself. And I mean, I never quite managed to do that, but I was a bit of a goth, a bit of a mosher. All my pals were emos, and I had a real thrash metal phase when I was a teenager. I loved Metallica and Megadeth and Slayer and all that type of stuff. But my first ever single that I bought by my own volition, I remember I wanted to get DMX, X Gonna Give It To You. Wow. And my dad was like, for your first? I don't know if it should be first. And then I went, all right, and I went to the HMV at the Glasgow Fort, a rival shopping centre to the Forge in the Hierarchy.
The Fort and Forge?
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I went to, it was HMV, it wasn't quite a Zavvi yet. I went there and I got I Bet That You Look Good on the Dance Floor as a single. And I was like, wow, this is cool. And I put it on, and I was like, the first song I'd seen it on TV, I was like, this is absolutely unreal. It's such a good song, I Bet That You Look Good on the Dance Floor. I don't even know who they were ripping off. I mean, I don't know what they were trying to do. It's just such a bolt for the blue.
It's actually a really odd song, like starting with a guitar solo.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Like, it's such a crazy, it's such a silly, it's a mental song. I love it. But then the B-sides where
Chun-Li spinning bird kick.
Show us your special move on Chun-Li's special bird kick. And,
it's not often Arctic Monkeys disappoint me. But I do vividly remember. Well, in fact, I bought that CD single as well. Yeah. And the version I had was corrupted or scratched and it wouldn't work. So I had to go back to HMV like 2 days later. I'm fucking dying to hear this B-side. I knew Bigger Boys already.
Bigger Boys and Stolen Sweetheart. So the better off without her anyway. I mean, what a load of shit. I like that song, but it's bad.
Loved it at the time. But Chun-Li spinning bird kick, I was very disappointed by.
It's real. It's not good. I mean,
whatever happened to that band anyway, man?
God only knows.
Who knows? Fucking hell.
But like, I don't know about you, but that was my first single. So I heard this amazing song. I was like, wow, what a cool song. Then the B-side and the C-side were Bigger Boys and Stolen Sweethearts and Chun-Li's Flying Bird Kick. And I went, oh, so I guess this song, I guess they have one good song. So and then Arctic Monkeys are just shite. Yeah. So I think if I had bought the album, maybe I would have became a more straightforwardly indie dude. But I was like, oh, these guys suck. And I'll check out, and I got really into Metallica, basically.
On that note, why don't you tell us which album we are discussing today, please, Christopher Macarthur-Boyd?
Oh, it is Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino by the Arctic Monkeys from 2018 on Domino Records.
Expertly done, Christopher. Yeah. Whatever happened to them? I just wanted to be one of the Enjoy an Album podcast hosts. Now look at the mess you made me make.
Look at the mess you made me make.
Now, If you like big guitar riffs, catchy choruses, and familiar song structures with relatable topics, you ain't going to find them here. No. Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino was one of the biggest U-turns in music history and saw Arctic Monkeys... Oh, that's what they did, okay. And saw Arctic Monkeys challenge their audience in a way we'd never seen before. The concept album touched on science fiction, American politics, mass consumption and religion. We were a long way from the subject matters of drunken booty calls, fights in taxi rinks, spinning bird kicks or bigger boys and stolen sweethearts. Arriving with no singles and minimal fanfare, the album still topped the UK charts and is considered a masterpiece or a disaster, depending which side of the fence you're on.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I've never stopped loving you once. What an album, Christopher.
What a fucking album. Do you mind if I recline?
I mean, it's a bit late for that. We're already in Recline City, my man. Do you mind if I join you?
I'm horizontal, yeah, go for it. I just...
Podcast from the line. Podcasting from the Sun Lounger.
On the...
I've got to be honest, I'm not very comfortable there. I'm going to move.
Yeah, you're too...
Yeah, I'm too tall for this shit.
It's the cross that a tall man must bear, is that he won't fit into some couches.
The one negative I have in my fucking life. Occasionally I hit my head and I can't lounge as well as a shorter man.
Great thing about being 5'3" is you can lie down on a couch facing forwards. Oh yeah, I mean,
what an album!
This is just absolutely... It's like really defined my life, I would say, for the last like 8 years, man. I mean, it is so impressive, and like it really just lets me know if someone is a real one or not, if they're into this. If someone is stuck in the past, someone's trying to rehash their teenage years or the 20s, and they're like, it's not as good, you don't do what they used to do. Listen, fuck up. I don't care. Like, I don't understand. Maybe it's because I came from loving Metallica so much, and they had such a incredible golden age and then such a drastically shite era as well, right, with beautiful moments. But it's like, I just understand that people need to change our output over time. So it's like frustrating as an artist to keep hitting the same button over and over again, you know what I mean? And I guess some people just don't get that, man. But
fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. I just think if you don't like this, you're an absolute dummy. And there's a lot of people who don't like it.
They're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
A lot of dumb people out there. So then, Christopher, 2018 this album come out. Tell me what was happening in your world in 2018.
I was doing I was debuting at the Edinburgh Fringe. And I was I just signed to my agency, Off the Curb, as kind of people who manage me. They are like, when I was a wee boy, I was like obsessed with like Jack D, and you know, and then when I was a teenager, I was really into Kevin Bridges, and they look after them. So I was like, wow, I felt a lot of pressure to be very good, because in Edinburgh, at the Edinburgh Fringe, I suppose the received wisdom in the comedy industry is that you kind of only have one chance to make a big splash with your debut hour, which is not true. But I just kind of, I remember listening to this in 2018 and being like, nah, this isn't, obviously I just said anybody who doesn't like it is a fucking idiot. I was a fucking idiot.
We've all been idiots, Chris.
Yeah. I was just like, don't know, man. And then 4 out of 5 kicked in, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm getting into that. And then it's just kind of song by song, and even as recent as like 2-3 years ago, I was like, it's good, but Batphone's shite.
Batphone is so shite. So I was going to mention this. So I saw Arctic Monkeys at Primavera Sound about 2 weeks after this album came out.
Oh yeah? They didn't play Batphone, did they?
Get this. Get fucking this. When Arctic Monkeys have done the most of their set, they go off for a wee break. Yeah. They come back on for an encore. What's the one song you are dying to hear Arctic Monkeys play when they come back for an encore?
For me?
It's not fucking Batphone, is it?
No, it's not Batphone.
They fucking played it.
As an encore?
Fucking disaster.
That's crazy.
Fucking disaster.
They must have known that was an absolute piss rip.
Well, the thing was, a disaster of a show. Like, the sound system wasn't working at all where we stood. So, like...
You think it was a protest?
Say again?
You think it was a protest on their part? You think it was a kind of fuck you?
I'm going to call it a misstep. You know, I'm going to call it a misstep. Alex Turner is fallible, it turns out. Yeah. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah.
So what's your experience of watching Arctic Monkeys live?
I've never seen it. One of my friends...
What?
I know. I'm not really into the live music experience.
That surprises me, Christopher.
I'm sure.
I see the problem.
It's not good. People like you... This is why I've came here. To kill you and begin my cull of lanky bastards up and down the country.
Lanky white podcasters that like indie music. Yeah, all right. I see the problem here.
Well, look,
it's been a pleasure.
Nice
one, man. Deaf to the tall cunts.
To the tall cunts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I maybe I'm fucking neurodivergent in some fashion or something, but I get so wound up by people not behaving properly at gigs. You know, the gig etiquette. Tall people standing in front of me. That's not really counting as one, but like people talking during the show.
Yeah.
Screaming at each other right next to me. You're trying to listen to this thing you've paid money and travel to go see, or you know, people pushing you or shoving you, or like just people are just horrible. I hate spending time in a big crowd because the anonymity, that thing of at like a big gig where someone pisses in a cup and then just throws it at whoever, like that's, to me, that's worse than deliberately pissing in a cup and then throwing it at someone you don't like, because at least then you can go, well, you're, you know, you've decided who the piss should hit. But to just go, this is for anybody, and then just launch it, and it just, I mean, that's like evil, I think.
It's pretty grim.
And I just hate, I mean, I've had some good gigs I've been to, but I've never seen the Arctic Monkeys. And honestly, that contingent of Arctic Monkeys fans who hated this record, I don't want to hang out with them, man. I don't want to hang out with somebody who's like, play fucking the Fake Tales
play
of San
Charlie
Francisco.
Spinning Birdcage.
Yeah, I would love to hang out with that guy. I'd like have his brain examined by science for freakish thoughts. But I remember one of my pals went to go see them. One of my best friends went to go see them at it was either Hampden Park or the SECC. It was SECC in Glasgow, before the Hydro was built. Big bands used to play the SECC. And he said that when Brian Storm was playing, he said it was like one of the best moments of his life. And I was like, that sounds amazing, man. If I could see if they'd done a tour where they were like, we're only playing Humbug, Suck It and See, and Tranquility Base Hotel Casino, I would front row seats in the theatre just to see the deep cuts. I don't want to see.
I would give.
But they should do, like, not to tell them what they should do with their life and careers, but they should do like what Lily Allen's doing just now. Yeah. And just play an album. Like, I would love to go see them just do an album and market it as that, so people are like, oh, I'm really more into the first record, I don't really fancy that. You, mate. Great. I don't need to fucking share a room with these weak-minded, feeble-brained Delulus, you know.
They've never done that, have they?
Nah.
Never even flirted with the idea.
Nah. I think they like the money.
Money is pretty class.
I think they really like the money that comes with playing one big show for the freaks and the geeks, you know. I see the appeal. I see the appeal. We all like money. Money's class. Do you remember the first time you heard this album and what your initial thoughts were upon release, Christopher? I remember just being like, fuck, man. How did they, I think 4 stars out of 5. No, they teased it. Right. It was teased. You got like a little bit of it. There's a flashing thing. Yeah. I loved the version of it that had the music. Do you know that way when you listen to a song as a music video? And the music video has a sound in it that you think should be in the actual song. Exactly. Well, they did it live for that tour. They walked on to that. It's fucking sick. Yeah, it's cool. Absolutely sick. I saw them quite a lot on that tour. I saw them at Royal Albert Hall. Oh wow! Probably the second best Arctic Monkey show. The one that got recorded. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. I was pretty much 4 or 5 rows from the front for most of it. It was a really good show. Yeah. I upset a lot of short people that day, Christopher. My kin. How important, like, fashion-wise, have Arctic Monkeys been to you? You ever got an Alex Turner-inspired outfit before, Chris? I'm kind of cosplaying as him on this tour. I know I'm sitting here right now wearing a WrestleMania t-shirt, but when I'm on stage, I wear a 70s suit. And I've got the 1970s collar on my shirt. I've bought these French shirts. So this is the thing that people don't realise about wearing a Revere collar over a suit, is a lot of times the suit's stronger than the collar and the collar bends up. So I'm having to get these French shirts imported with sufficient collar weight to sit over my... It's awesome. It's fucking great.
Fucking class.
What I like to do, and there is a pure faded glamour, because part of this album's kind of from the point of view of a lounge singer, a past it lounge singer who's emigrated to the moon to live in a hotel and casino, and he does 2 shows a day, 4 nights a week. Easy money.
Easy money.
Yeah.
What a fucking line, Chris. What a line. Are you mad?
And like, that's kind of, having done stand-up my whole life, professionally since I was like 22, basically. Like, I started when I was 19, but like quit my day job when I was 23. Now I'm 33. Like, that thing of being like a young guy, and he talks about this in the car quite a lot as well, the thing of being like a young guy who's like just spends a big chunk of their life like backstage. I just think the faded glamour of British show business especially is just, I think he captures it really beautifully. And I love to wear an old suit with a broad collar and to have a wee cocktail in a nice glass. And my girlfriend's been buying me like eau de parfum. I like a little squishy, what's that called for men?
Oh, the toilets?
Yeah, but like, is it
aftershave?
I'm really...
It's a really mad concept now, I don't know. You put on a smell by choice, it's really weird.
Yeah, but I love to... So when I was doing this show at the Fringe, this new show, Howling at the Moon, and I did call it Howling at the Moon as a reference to Tranquility Base Hotel, because I wanted this to be my Tranquility Base Hotel Casino.
Right.
And it hasn't quite pinned it. But...
too many people like it.
Too many people like my show. Yeah, not enough people.
Not divisive as I anticipated, just so fucking great. Yeah.
At the Fringe, I would walk to the gig in my normal clothes, and I would put on my Alex Turner suit, and I would get gunk out, I'd get some pomade, and I'd push my hair back like AM Alex Turner, and I would get my eau de parfum, my aftershave, and I would hit it with 2 sprays of that, and honestly, man, I felt like the dog's balls, man. I mean, he makes me feel so good. He is like genuinely like a positive masculine role model in my life. I don't want to know his politics. I don't think they're that great, probably, as a kind of teenage millionaire.
Why is it that hyper-talented teenage millionaire, Alex Turner, hasn't really mentioned his politics ever? It's funny that, isn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's such a beautiful poet. And I love him. So yeah, I have been cosplaying as him quite a lot this last year. But it makes me a better comedian. Like, when I'm up there wearing that suit, I'm performing in a way that I wouldn't if I was wearing a t-shirt.
That's pretty
jeans.
class, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better. I've been cosplaying as Alex Turner for about 20 years now. Yeah. So, all right with me, babe.
Well, that's what's great about someone having all these different phases in your career, because that means I
can adapt with them, yeah.
Yeah.
I can go back to a previous one, should I wish. We've not talked too much about the songs, Christopher.
Oh my God.
What's the best bit of this album?
Ding, digga boom, ding, ch. I could. What's that called? I could scat the entire record, I think, because it's such a departure. I believe the story is that for his 30th birthday, he got the gift of a piano from his manager, I think.
Yeah.
And he was really fed up writing, because once you've done AM and you've done...
You've completed it, haven't you, really?
That's a guitar. You've done the guitar.
You've done it. And
I just think this is so great. Him playing a new instrument and being like, oh, and I love that thing. You're doing something different musically, like a literal new instrument, and all these pathways that you've figured out. All these, how every
tricks.
Lane and alleyway in the map of a guitar neck. You know what I mean? Then a new instrument's like an undiscovered country, and you're just in the back streets of Barcelona, just falling down La Ramblas and discovering new routes through different notes, and you can really hear him just have an absolute fucking ball on this record and be so released from, because there was a serious pressure, I think, on him to do AM2.
Of course, it's what everyone wanted, right?
Everybody wanted more.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Do you know, I don't like the Nat Gallagher brothers. I don't like Oasis for personal reasons. They stood in front of me at a gig once. No, I don't like them, but there's an amazing quote, and I don't know if it's Liam or no, but he was like, people don't know what they want. People, like, and he uses Jimi Hendrix as an example. He goes, nobody was asking for Jimi Hendrix. Nobody was like, oh God, I hope an ex-serviceman, psychedelic black guy who plays the guitar while it's on fire and behind his head, and he's got two white guys with him who are fucking badass. And he's like, no one was asking for Jimi Hendrix. And everybody loves him because, like, he's him. Like, you can't, I love the idea, the pressure on them to do AM2, and they went, fuck that, man. Let's just make a sci-fi record about a hotel on the moon. And it's, I was doing a wee bit of deep dive on this record this week and researching things about it, and it says that it's part of a genre called space pop. And I don't know what else sounds like this album. Yeah. I want to listen to more music like this. This is the only thing that sounds like this.
Well, it's funny. I always had that theory. There's a few little bits I've discovered that, like, oh, Alex Turner's got it from that. After I listened to the album, there's a couple of Beach Boys songs that have very similar piano sounds on them. Okay. And I've gone, that's exactly where that's come from. And but that's about it. That's about it, Chris.
It's such a great conglomeration of, like, all these different disparate elements, like the Beach Boys and Philip K. Dick novels and Blade Runner and
how good is that bit, by the way? The Blade Runner line.
They got a film up on the wall. It's dark enough to dance. What do you mean you've never seen Blade Runner? Oh, that song makes me. I listen to that even before this year, even before this show. I listen to Star Treatment before I go on stage because you just want to feel. You're better when you feel like a star, you know. And I'm not I'm a wee guy with a wrestling t-shirt on. I'm not a star, but, like, yeah, I've learned so many lessons from the Arctic Monkeys about how to do it. You know, how to live, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I always say.
Is this too much?
This is perfect, man. This is perfect. But I genuinely believe that. I always say this. I mean, Alex Turner's taught me how to live. Say yes to the extra drink. Tell that girl how you really feel.
Oh,
you know?
Aye.
And thank you, Alex. I'm now drunk and I've embarrassed myself in front of a bird I fancied. Is Arctic Monkeys' best song on this album, Chris?
Slap myself in the face there because I don't know. I mean, I do think Star Treatment is life-changing.
It is their best song. In my opinion, Chris, that is the correct answer. Star Treatment is my favourite Arctic Monkeys song.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. My favourites are Cornerstone.
What a tune.
Very country. I mean, that's just such a
You're getting into country, right?
I'm getting into country recently. I was ahead of the curve. Now everybody's into fucking country.
Every cunt's into country.
I'm actually getting into jazz recently. Yeah. It's my new thing. There's a record shop.
Have I got an album for you? Tranquility Base Hotel Casino by Arctic Monkeys. Yeah. So go on, what is the Arctic Monkeys' best song then?
I mean, Cornerstone. I love Crying Lightning.
What a tune.
See on that live record that they done, the version of Crying Lightning on that is absolutely, I mean, that's just world building. I tried putting a joke about the Arctic Monkeys in this show, but
bit too niche, was it?
Just too niche. It was about this. It was just about, like, everybody talks about, they had the primo years, you know, and then the first 2 years where it was just, you know, the tracky bottoms tucked in sock, and then there was the AM years where it was like, you know, Tracy Island, and then they have this weird stuff. Nobody talks about the 2 years, the 2 albums where they just sang about sweets the whole time, when it was just humbug and suck it and see. That's 2 entire sweet-based albums that are about lollipops and gumdrops and all this type of stuff.
I've got a theory it might be a metaphor, Chris.
I think the cunt just likes sweets.
The cunt loves sweets and pussy.
I think he was in love with a girl in a sweet shop at one point.
Sure.
He's really just,
that explains it. Yeah, at the most literal sense.
But to have an extended, like to have one album about a hotel on the moon and have 2 albums about girls are like sweets is, I mean, nobody talks
lazy
about it.
cunt.
Nobody talks about. I love those records though, and I
love them. So my second favourite Arctic Monkeys song is "That's Where You're Wrong" from Suck It and See. Wow, what a tune!
Love is a Laser Quest. No one talks about that.
No one talks about that, Chris.
I played
this.
That.
Could be the very platform for it. Would you like to talk about "Love Is a Laser Quest" by Arctic Monkeys from Suck It and See?
I used to play that on an acoustic guitar in high school. I used to bring my capo.
Was you popular at school? Was you popular at school?
Of course not.
Hey guys, I want to play you a song called "Love Is a Laser Quest."
Do you still think? Oh, how does that song go again? Do you
still think love is a laser quest?
Or do you take it all more seriously?
All right, Chris, we're trying to enjoy ourselves here, mate. Do you mind?
I tried to ask you, how crazy is that to sing that as like a 17-year-old though? Because how could you have the world wariness to be like, do you still feel younger than you thought you would by now? How am I even relating to that? I was prematurely old at heart, I think.
Sure.
But what a fucking singer, what a songwriter. Those tracks, my favourite, I mean, to go properly back, I think that a certain romance. I mean that to write that when you're fucking still growing your pubes out is absolutely insane.
That is crazy.
I just think they're wonderful. I really do. Do you know they're not my favourite band?
It might surprise you, Chris. They are mine.
I think they're amazing.
Hot take, man.
Yeah, I think
hot take.
I think it's a hot take to go.
Pretty good.
Not my favourite, you know, but I do. I love them. I love him.
Have you ever cried listening to Arctic Monkeys?
Almost. Oh, aye. Because I think I'm going to start crying there. I think that I would have cried listening to Love Is a Laser Quest and Cornerstone. They're both real tear-jerky love songs. And when this came out, it's not really the same as those songs, but I was so happy because those were my favourite songs on Humbug and Suck It and See, were those kind of quieter love story ballads, you know. And this has elements of that. The thing about seeing the ghost in the back mirror,
pretty fucking heavy stuff, isn't it?
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know my favourite? A brilliant line from The Car is one of the first lines in it when he's like, "Yesterday's still." What is it? Yesterday's still dripping through the roof.
Yesterday's gloom's still.
I can't remember, but it's wonderful.
I'll never remember it, but I'll never forget the way it made me feel. Go on, get it up.
Let's see. Sorry. Yesterday. What's that song called? The Better Bit Memorable.
Yeah.
Yesterday's still leaking through the roof, but that's nothing new. Come on. And people say he's lost it. You've lost it. You've lost what it means to be alive. If you don't love that.
What a tune that is, by the way. What would teenage Christopher Macarthur-Boyd make of your music taste in 2026, do you reckon?
I think he would be completely like, yeah, sounds about right.
Yep, that stacks up.
I've always liked, I like anything. Some people say I like anything as long as it's good. I wouldn't say that. I like anything as long as it's like itself. I like things that are like just doing their own fucking thing and not doing what people want them to do, and just like express themselves in a very unique way that is authentic. Do you know what I mean?
I'll get into that.
Anything that sounds pure cheesy, but like, there's just so much music where you're singing like that because you think that's what people want, you know. And I think I was always careering towards a jazz phase, and the last year has been fantastic for that. It's just great because nobody wants them, so you go into a second-hand shop and it's just these brilliant records for the like 50s and 60s and 70s. They're like 15 quid, and you're like, fucking hell, man, these are great. These are It's big, yeah. Getting into country as well, man. The people are giving away country records for like £3. Nobody wants to hear this shit. It's very
Enter stage left, Christopher Macarthur-Boyd. What would be the perfect setting to listen to this album, Christopher? Where are we? Who are we with? What are we doing? Paint a world for me.
Okay. I would love... How fantastical can this get?
Oh, mate. I'm ready to buckle up.
I would love to be in the lounge bar of the titular Tranquility Base Hotel Casino.
Describe how you imagine that lounge. I mean, I've got my idea of what it feels like and looks like, but...
Conversation pit? You know
that? Exactly. Well, I think sunken pit. Yeah, exactly.
The sunken conversation pit for the 70s. I would think there'd be a version of that, and then there'd be one of them on the ceiling as well for the zero gravity guys, you know? So you can have a conversation out here, that gets boring. You put your zero gravity boots on, you just go up to the ceiling, see who's having a chat up there as well.
See who's about.
And I'd imagine
smoking indoors, I'm guessing?
Smoking.
Mandatory smoking in my world.
Like
smokeless cigarettes, future fags.
Well, the platonic ideal of what an e-cig could have been. Do you know what I mean? Like something a bit cooler.
The cigarette future we were promised.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Some kind of alternate timeline e-cig thing that's not cringe. And yeah, conversation pit, futuristic cigarettes, those kind of cocktail glasses that have like kind of cubes and diagonal lines on them. I don't know what they're called. I got one from Morrison's. I don't think that's legit. But I really... A lot of ice.
A lot of ice.
A cocktail glass. And then some kind of moon liquor. You know, moon cocktails.
Moonshine.
Yeah. And probably some kind of tequila if they're having the what is it, the Mexican restaurant on the roof.
That feels appropriate.
So yeah, tequila and a upside down conversation pit and zero gravity is the perfect way to listen to this.
Fucking good answer that, mate. Fucking hell. Smashed that one. One more, mate. How would you sell this album to the many people that don't like it?
Let them rot.
Thank you very much.
Pigs before... What is it? Not pigs before swine. Pigs before swine is actually just a pig's ideal day, I think. Because a swine is a pig. So that's just meeting a friend. Perils before swine is when you show a pig perils and it's like, it doesn't mean anything to me. Then that's what showing this to a
non-believer.
A non-believer. I don't care. I don't want to change anybody's mind.
Sure.
You'd go mad if you lived in this world trying to change people's mind for the better. Not to be like an isolationist or something, but I think you need to just live your own truth and not look out for yourself. You know, try and build a community of like-minded people, but ultimately, you know, let them rot.
Beautiful note to finish things up on.
Sorry if there's too many tangents in there.
Mate, there wasn't enough. That was class. Anything we've not covered about the album you'd like to discuss? Any memories, feelings, emotions before we move on to the last
4
part
stars
of the
out
show?
of 5, I think, just captures... I think the whole concept is about how you can put a hotel on the moon, people still won't be happy. And I think it's a metaphor for his life. I think he's like, I have everything. I was a teenage millionaire. I had my rock star face when I was like pretending I was in Black Sabbath. I had my rock star face where I was pretending I was Elvis. I am living in the desert, hanging out with Josh Homme, doing it up. My life's perfect, and I'm still not happy. And you look at like the Ultra Cheese, and he's just talking about like friends that he doesn't keep in touch with, and him wanging on about martial arts and bars. You know, he's obviously been watching Joe Rogan or something. He's probably hanging out with a pretty podcasty crowd in his life, and he's just like, God, who is that? It's like that Talking Head song, you know, how did I get here? Just letting the days go by, and you end up this person you never thought. And I just think to use and like to write a song called Science Fiction about how science fiction lets you discuss these big themes in a non-cringe way. Yeah. And to just lay it out so flat for everybody and to just render it so beautifully and then people don't get it. I mean, it's... I just love it so much. I just think when I think of an album, and I have listened to a fair few albums, I've enjoyed a fair few albums, me and Liam, and then this week with you, I mean, this is like the archetypical what you can do with a record, and it's like a modern classic. Yeah. And I mean, what more? I mean, I could There's some bits I don't like, but
I say it's flawed.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the bit, one thing we've actually not mentioned yet is one of the best songs in the album is 1 Point Perspective, and that sort of tangent he flies off on, Sing Song Round the Money Tree, this stunning documentary
that no one else unfortunately saw.
Are you mad? That bit is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
So just shout out to that
Sing
bit.
Song Round the Money Tree, man. Yeah, I mean, is that a real documentary or did they make that up?
I don't care. I don't care.
I know. Do you know? I was on the piss this last night with Stuart
Well, we know.
McPherson,
Yeah.
and he's a bigger monkey's head than me.
Really?
Maybe.
Is he a bigger monkey's head than me?
I would like you should talk to him.
Get him on.
About humbug.
Get him on.
You know, or the
Get
car.
him on. Who was it? Sorry, what's his name?
Stuart McPherson.
Okay,
we
yeah.
done an
Yeah,
episode on the car for the joint album.
Yes.
And he's a huge. He like knows who Alex Turner's girlfriends are and shit. Do you know what I mean? He's like he's on the Reddit. You know, he's
Get him on. Introduce me to Stuart.
And he was saying, I was like, man, I'm doing this podcast tomorrow. I need to talk about this album. You got any like deep shit? And he was like, Warp Speed Chic.
Oh, what a fucking line.
But they have a 10-minute documentary on YouTube that they put up, and it's a behind the scenes for this album.
That's
right. And it's an amazing line. It's an amazing documentary. I've watched it last night, steaming in my bed. I was like, this is fucking class, man. And he just looks like he's having the time of his life making this, watching it. And I'm so glad I did this podcast to have that conversation, to watch that documentary, because I just, wow, what an album, man. What was the question?
Who fucking cares, man?
Yeah.
Christopher, an honour
thanks
to be
for
a
having me,
catalyst for us to discuss this album. Thank you for choosing this record. But we are not done yet, brother.
Okay,
We got one last feature we do on this show.
Yeah.
We're going to play a game of Fair Play Guys or Not Those Guys. I'm going to look at...
It's called Fair Play Guys Are Not Those Guys?
Pretty simple stuff. We're going to look at The Guardian's top 20 albums of 2018, the year Tranquility Base Hotel Casino came out. Where do you think the left-wing scumbags at The Guardian listed Tranquility Base's...
centrist rats.
Yeah, the centrist scumbag cunts.
I don't...
You voted Reform as well, right?
Huh?
You voted Reform as well?
Yeah. Good day for me. Day of recording. It's all coming up. SNP. I don't know. I don't give a lot of credence to the Guardian's music coverage.
Sure.
You know, I don't really rate them as a way of...
I'm not seeing this as a beacon of like music criticism, by the way. I've done a lot of albums from 2018 so far. It's harder to find new end of year lists. It's also quite hard to find someone that actually liked this album as well. Bear that in mind.
I mean,
Chris.
it wasn't like, I don't think Pitchfork was all over it. I don't think they were like, this is...
And that is why we're discussing the Guardian's top 20.
Should have been an 8.2. Oh, wait, I don't know. What was it?
Let's find out, shall we?
Yeah.
So I'm going to list a couple of albums. You've got to tell me Fair Play Guys or Not Those Guys. It's simple stuff, Christopher.
And Fair Play Guys means...
Pretty class.
Better than this or up there with this?
This is kind of the idea.
Right.
At 20 in the Guardian's top 20 albums of 2018, it's Ariana Grande with Sweetener.
Who's this list for? What Guardian readers going, oh yes, Ariana
I
Grande.
must catch up on Ariana Grande Sweetener.
Well, the tragedy was important, so I suppose I will... I don't know. Not that. I mean, nothing against her, but not that. Not
You
that
hate that woman, don't you? You hate women in general.
I think women are class.
Yeah, women are class. Not that one, though. At 19, another woman for you, if you can handle
All right,
that, Christopher.
yeah, okay.
Not someone I'm familiar with, actually, though. Julia Holter, Aviary.
I mean, I've never heard that. I've not those guys, but I don't
Just
know.
through ignorance. Yes, fair enough.
Yeah.
At 18, Let's Eat Grandma. I'm all ears.
Not those guys.
Not those guys.
Not
I think they're pretty
them,
class.
but it's not up there.
It's not as good. Well, the people there below them. So at 17, choose your next words carefully. Pusha T, Daytona.
I like Pusha T.
Of course.
I like Pusha T. He's got some great verses on Kanye's Mind Up Beautiful Twisted Fantasy. He's got some great solo records. King Push.
Clips, of course.
With Cleans and Clips. Yeah, they had a big comeback last year.
They did. What a...
The Thinking Man's Oasis. I would
Fair
say
play guys on Not Those Guys, Christopher Macarthur-Boyd.
Fair play.
Fair play,
Push,
Pusha T. At 16, one of Glasgow's best, Young Fathers with Cocoa Sugar.
I believe they're from Edinburgh.
Fuck.
It's one of Scotland's best though. Aye, they're good as well.
You having that?
Aye.
I'm so sorry about my geography, Chris.
It's okay.
At 15, Natalie Prass, The Future and the Past.
I don't know who. I mean,
She's pretty class, actually.
Is she good?
She's good, yeah,
Okay,
she's all right.
okay.
So, fair play. At 14, No Name, Room 25.
I've never listened to No Name.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Their 2016 album's great. I can't say familiar with that one, but I'm going to say generally fair play, guys.
I don't listen to a lot of British music. I'll say that.
She's American. Now whose geography's fucked, Chris? One old brother. At 14, no, we've done 14. At 13, The Internet with Hive Mind.
Oh, aye. Aye, that was cool. I like the Internet. They were in Odd Future, weren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty class. At 12, Sons of Kemet. Your queen is a reptile.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You into that?
Yeah, they're like the fucking jazz guys, aren't
Jazz
they?
guys
Yeah,
that joined the Smile with Radiohead.
Yeah.
Okay. At 11, Sophie, Oil of Every Pearl's Uninside.
R.I.P. Sophie. Now she's from Glasgow.
Edinburgh, wasn't it?
She's from Glasgow.
At
Or she lived in
10.
Glasgow.
So fair play, then fair play,
play
guys.
to
Yeah,
Sophie,
absolutely. At 10.
Was that posthumous or was
No, I think it
Oh,
must have
no,
been
yeah.
posthumous.
Yeah.
That's the word, right?
posthumous?
At 10, Arctic Monkeys with Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino.
10.
10.
What's the goddamn playing at, man?
I'm disgusted.
First, I was disgusted with the coverage of the war crimes in Gaza. Now this.
Now this.
I
What a
mean,
week it's been.
You can't trust them for
You
anything.
can't trust them. So let's find out. Now the Jeopardy begins. At 9, Low, Double Negative.
I've never been a low head.
No, I don't know anything about Low. Fuck those guys.
They're slowcore, I think. That's what their genre is, slowcore.
Yeah, sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good class.
To lounge to, maybe get to recline to, slow, I think. Get low.
You don't need music to recline to, Christopher. You've got that wrapped up perfectly. At 8, Casey Musgraves with Golden Hour.
I've never listened
Country
to that.
pop in it, I think.
Is it?
I think
Right.
so. Chris,
Who is this
I don't
for?
know.
This
I
is
don't
like
know.
Radio 6 dads who are not brave enough to listen to Radio 6 or something.
At 7, Kamasi Washington, which definitely gives six music, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's
Heaven and
awesome
earth.
though, isn't he?
You into that?
Yeah, I like Kamasi.
Fair play.
I mean, I've been getting into jazz recently.
Yeah, I've heard so. At 6, Idols, Joy as an Act of Resistance. Now that surprises me.
I'm thumbs down in it and I'm blowing raspberries and I'm saying, get these bastards to fuck. I don't like them. I find them... They've ruined... No, I wouldn't say that. But have you seen that film... This is something that really annoys me. Caught stealing.
What do you mean you've never seen card stealing?
What do you mean you've never seen caught stealing?
I've not.
It's shite. It's a film by. It's the guy who directed like Mother and Black Swan. What was it? Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
And it's set, and it has to be set in the 90s because it's about a specific baseball game and crimes that happen round about it. So it has to be set in this particular day, in a certain month, in a certain year. And there's a character in it who's a punk drug dealer. You know, he's played by Matt Smith, I think.
Oh, yeah, I know this film. I've not seen it.
He's
Yeah,
got the
I know that one.
mohawk.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where they're driving in the car, and there's it's the past because there's a cassette player in the car.
Sure.
And the guy goes, "Oh, Matt Smith's," or it's not Matt Smith's, the other guy with the face, I think it's Matt Smith, and he puts this cassette and he goes, "Oh, you got to listen to this, the punk band The Idols." And I'm like, wait, in 1996? Why are you going to set a film in the past if you're going to... And he puts the Idols, he calls them The Idols, but it is Idols, and he puts them in. And I'm just like, I can't stand when films do that. When it's like, did you see Argyle? One of the worst films I've ever seen.
What do you mean you've never seen it?
What do you mean you've never seen Argyle? There's a bit in that where the main characters have their song that they've had for years. And because it was made by Apple, they used that Beatles song with AI in it that...
Here, there, and now and then.
Now and then,
Yeah.
where they go, oh, well, we used AI to figure out what it would be like if the other ones were singing on it. And that's their song, and you're like... But that's the one song that could not be someone's song because it's been out for like a month and it's a fake AI song that's like a novelty almost. I just can't stand it when films put impossible song, not like, oh, that song hadn't came out, but literal fucking that band hadn't formed yet. Sorry if that's a pure anyway.
I think it's important to let these opinions out, Chris. I'm so glad to be a catalyst for this. So thank you.
If anybody agrees, let me know. So I don't like idols.
Don't let us know. Don't let us know. Okay. At 5, I forgot I was doing this. At 5, Mitski, Be the Cowboy.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Pretty class.
It's not as good as Tranquility Base Hotel Casino, though.
That is the point we're getting at, so fuck those guys. At 4, Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy.
Was she critically acclaimed? I had no idea. I thought she was like a pot. I mean...
This is The Guardian.
This is The Guardian.
This is 2018, a different time.
Do you know,
Chris.
I studied, before we get to number 1, I studied journalism very briefly at university. And... But the two things made me want to drop out. One of them, they said, this industry is dying. All the newspapers are closing down. Do not do this. You will be replaced by a robot in 15 years. And I was like, wow. Another thing they said was like, it's just going in this direction of like clickbait. And they do a thing at the Edinburgh Fringe, right? Where they do a joke of the Fringe. Yeah. And they pick good comedians, like, but a bad joke by them. And it's because if you do an article with a good joke, that might get shared a wee bit. But if you do an article with a terrible joke, people go, can you fucking believe this? Right. Posting it on Facebook, tell their fucking reform uncles and aunties going, this fucking shite, it's the best joke. God, comedy's shite now. And, you know, I do think that sometimes in lists they'll put Cardi B at number 2 just so as people go, what? I read the Guardian music coverage every week and how dare you? And I mean, it just upsets me. The print media as a
sunk this low
format has sunk this low. Not that's I don't have anything against Cardi B.
You seem to have an opinion. Let's find out about the next one. Number 3, Janelle Monáe with Dirty Computer. Is it better than Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino, Christopher?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's another sci-fi record. So it's almost as if there was something.
There's a theme, something in the air.
There's something
post-Brexit, post-Trump.
Yeah.
Post Bowie and Prince dying.
Well, I think it was a kind of futurism of going, right now
we are fucked.
Is fucked, you know. It was a kind of Trumpy album, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tranquility Base. And I think it was going, well, listen, this is as low as it's going to get, but let's look towards, you know.
Don't worry, 2 years' time, everything will be sorted.
And yeah, little did they know, 2026, it's just worse.
In many ways, Chris, I think we all knew, didn't we, really? I think we all knew. Let's find out if number 2 knew. At 2, it's Robin with Honey.
Wow, I've never listened to that.
No, neither. At number 1, Christopher Macarthur-Boyd.
Yeah.
At number 1, Christine and the Queens with Chris. What's your name?
That's my name.
Pretty class.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, isn't it?
I got a letter from the government saying that we've caught you illegally downloading Christine and the Queens.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah. On LimeWire. I wanted it, so I downloaded it. It's my last album I ever downloaded. I don't know what I put it on, but I just was downloading stuff and I thought, yeah, I'll check that out. Seen a video of her on the internet and I went, oh, I'll listen to the album. And yeah, they caught me.
That's
and they
wild.
said, if you keep doing this, we're gonna arrest you.
That's mad.
Yeah.
What, in 2018?
Round about then. No, it would have been before that because I was living with my mum and dad, so it would have been like 2015, I think.
That's
so
crazy.
It wouldn't have been Chris, but it would have been one of their other records. And yeah, I mean, it really put the shits up me. My dad was raging.
I think I speak for everyone when I say defund the police.
Defund the police.
Legalise piracy.
Defund Christine and the Queens.
Chris, this has been so much fun, brother. Thank you so much for doing this, man. Fucking class. Really enjoyed speaking with you. The floor is yours, man. Tell the people what you want to plug, promote, what's happening in the future.
If you like my lackadaisical, laid-back energy, I've got a podcast with my friend Roscoe called Shooting Ropes. I'm also on tour this year. If you are out there and you want to come see some stand-up, I'm doing my very Tranquility Base Hotel Casino informed stand-up hour, Howling at the Moon, where I cosplay as Alex Turner on stage without referencing it. So check that out. Try and get a seat close to the front and you can smell my eau de parfum.
The aforementioned.
And yeah, just come and see me. Check my podcast out. I've got specials on the internet. You can watch Scary Times on YouTube, which is my last special. You can watch Oh No on YouTube, which was my special before that. And I'm filming this show in Glasgow at the end of the year at the Oranmore. So come see that if you want to check it out. But thank you so much for having your podcast, man.
A pleasure, a privilege, an honour. I've been William Hann. He's been Christopher Macarthur-Boyd. They have been Arctic Monkeys. And this has been this album.
Yay! Thanks, man.
Come on.